Oh, so sorry we're late. Had a bit of a mad panic. I forgot to do something and I was having a bit of a mad panic, so I'm really sorry I'm late. But we're here now. How are you? How are you all? I'm just going to take a minute and calm. So welcome to Friday's craft along. It's half term, woohoo! And we have got a really fun craft along for you today. I'm just going to move that out of the way. We're going to make our own scratch art, which is really exciting. I've never done this before. A friend of mine.
Mum.
Well, we practiced it this week, but before this week, I've never done it before, so I'm really excited to share it with you. So a friend of mine suggested doing it. She really enjoyed it, so I've had a play. We've had a play, haven't we, this week to suss out which is the best technique, and there's a few, so I'm going to show you a couple. But before we do that, when we're not on lockdown, I do my craft parties, but I also do something called mini makes and bakes with my friend Sarah B, and she creates biscuits and I do the crafts, and we do a toddler session here in Dorset, so in Poole and Bournemouth. It's some soft plays, we do that, and we've been running a competition over on our page. So the prize, Sarah drew her prize this morning. That was a biscuit decorating kit, and I'm going to draw mine now. And I've put together a lovely bag of goodies, of craft goodies. So we're going to draw the prize of that before we get started with the crafting. Okie dokie. So we had lots of entrants. I'll have to put it in the comments because I haven't got my computer open, but we asked people to say who they would like to bring to a toddler session with them, so a celebrity and their child, who they would bring with them. So we had some amazing answers. So I'll put, whoever wins, I will put who they chose. So do you want to choose, Lizzie? Give it a good rustle and give it a good mix.
Okay, I'm going to choose one.
Kerry Clark, number 8. So congratulations to you. We'll be in touch, and this lovely bag of craft goodies will be winging its way to you, and I hope it brings you lots of joy. So thank you for entering, everybody, and I'll also put a link in the comments to our lovely toddler page that we do together as well, because there's a few bits and bobs over on there that might be of interest. So let's move that out of the way. Okay. Right.
This is just so nice. I like it.
Let's get on to business.
Yeah, right.
So for today's craft along, you will need some card. So the thicker the better is the key. This is fairly thick. It's not the thickest it could be, but the thicker the better. So bits of card. You also need either, so as always, I like to give you options because I know not everybody's fully stocked at the moment, especially as we're several weeks in now, and it's really hard to get hold of some supplies. So some crayons is one option.
The little Brian paint sticks, they're really good. They dry really, really quick.
They do. So those are your other options. So one or the other. Hopefully you've got one of those. Then you'll also need some black poster paint or acrylic. I understand black acrylic, having done some research, that works best. But I don't have any of that, so we're going to use this, and it works. Seems to be fine to me.
And our famous washing up liquid.
Which is, you don't have to use fancy stuff. It's just my personal preference is to use Ecover, but any will do.
This, yeah.
And then you will also need a bowl, some newspaper.
Our paintbrush.
A paintbrush. I would use as big a paintbrush as you can, because otherwise it takes ages. Also, I understand a roller is quite a good idea, so you can get like little foam rollers are quite good. And then your last bit is for the fun bit. Is either a cocktail stick. I found like a kebab stick, or like one of those little funny orange sticks that you can get to do your cuticles with. They're quite good. Or if you haven't got any of those, maybe the back of a spoon. So that's for the exciting bit. We'll put those back in our pots for now. Mm-hmm. So your first job, you're going to use a big bit. I'm going to use a little bit. Okay, so the first bit is to cover your paper in either crayon or paint sticks. So we've gone for the rainbow option, which we love.
I'm going to do some dots.
That's what I did when I did my trial. Hi Zoe! Hi Lizzie! How are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, so I popped a little link in the, if you joined through the event, I popped a little link in to get these, because these, I always say this, but these are my favourite.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing.
They're mess free, they dry really quickly, they're great for little toddler hands. So all I'm doing, if you can kind of go up to the edges, and it doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do a rainbow, you could do blocks,
I'm doing dots.
Blocks of whatever colour, or dots. So these work a little bit like a Pritt stick, so they look like a Pritt stick, but they're not sticky.
They are kind of a bit sticky because they're painted.
Well, only in a paint kind of way. So I think you can see, actually, I don't need to do that. So cover it over. What I would do, if I were you, if you decide to do this, is to do a batch, do lots of, do about 5 or 6 pieces of paper all in one go, because you'll need, well, it's quite fun to do, quite addictive. I did have one prepared today. I have actually got one prepared, and I left it lying around, and my son found it, and he was like, "Oh, it's so tempting!" And he had got the scratch out. He's got the cocktail stick out and scratched it, and I was like, "No, that's for my craft along later."
But so, it's okay. We fixed it.
We did.
Go over it with the paint.
Well, hopefully it's going to work now. So like I say, I've never done this before, and it's really exciting.
It's
really
actually really satisfying.
It's a very satisfying craft.
I'm just using all the colours here.
Let's go for a blue.
I don't like it when the lines are too
So,
far.
are you guys excited for half term, or are you dreading it? Dreading the lack of structure and lack of places to go? Hi Debbie, hi Betty. I've done lots of craft alongs now, so if you do need some inspiration over the next week and you haven't been following from the beginning, there's loads of craft alongs to look at. I will pop a link to the video section, and so you can see.
There's all but one, including me.
Did you not do one?
Yeah, the one that you did with Austin. No, not the monster one.
The superhero cuffs.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been a very good assistant.
Well, I want this line down. Oh, well.
I don't know, just want to push it on there. Okay, so I've covered mine in a lovely rainbow, and we'll just have to set that aside to dry. It doesn't take long. You're taking your time, so I might kind of move on along, if that's okay. And we can always show yours at the end. Okay. She's doing a very, I don't know if you can see actually, let's move that. There you go, she's doing some lovely dots. Okay, this is one that Austin did. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is one Austin did. We did this a couple of days ago in the garden and had a little play. So he did this for me. Now, there's a couple of different ways of doing this. Hello. If you've got the little Brian paint sticks, you can say hello. That's
Hello.
fine. Hello.
Can I join in?
You can join in. Would you like to cover some of this with...
Is that mine?
That's your one. So what we're going to do is... What do you want to do? You don't want to do this?
I do.
You do? Or do you want to use mine?
Yeah, I want to use yours.
Okay.
I'm going to use Mummy's.
Okay. Well, this is a little bit wet still, so we're going to have to let it dry.
Hello, Vincent.
Hi, Vincent. Hope
Hello.
you're watching. Okay, so that is a little bit wet still. So what I'll do, we'll skip... Well, if you just wait a minute, what we'll do... So there's 3 ways to do this. So way number 1 is to get your poster paint. Just kind of, let's have a little bit. There we go, a little bit of space.
You can't see me.
Oh well, okay. It's a little bit. I thought I'd have it this way around so you can actually see all the crafting. So you need 2 parts of black paint to 1 part of washing up liquid. So like 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of black paint. I'm going to do it by eye.
Because that's how we roll.
That is how we roll.
Can I paint this?
You can paint. Well, we'll just let that dry a little bit. It's almost there. And then we're going to do 1 part of washing up liquid, so half as much. Okay.
Ooh.
And then you need to mix it. Now, the key is not to mix it too much because you get bubbles.
And also, hopefully you don't put too much of the washing up liquid.
You kind of, you need about half, 2 parts to 1 part. So I'm getting a few bubbles there, so I'll kind of stop. Okay, so this is one way. And what you do...
Hello, Joanne.
Oh, hi, Joanne.
Oh, hi,
Thanks
Joanne.
for joining us. Okay, do you want to put this on? There's a little knack here to this. You want it quite thick, and you don't want to push too hard. Because if you push too hard...
Wait a minute, I want to use this.
You want to use that. So you can do half, and I'll do half this way, so we can show people. So the first way is to cover this entirely and set it to dry. So like I say...
It takes an hour...
about half an hour in the sunshine.
Yeah, and then like 50 minutes if there's no sunshine.
That's it. Just let people, because people can't see if you do that, darling. And the whole idea is to see the crafting, not us. Okie doke. So, like I say, kind of a really light touch to get an even as you can coverage. Izzy did have a good idea about going over again the other direction, which seems to work quite well.
So then you get it everywhere.
Everywhere. So that is one way, and you can set that aside to dry. The other way...
That's my personal favourite way because
it is a good way.
It then is actually scratch art.
Yes. Okay, so you're going to get this, take the lid off and cover it over.
Yeah.
Now with the Little Brian paint sticks, you don't want to let it dry. You really want to do it quickly. So it's kind of not as exciting as I imagined when I read about it. You need to do it quite quickly. So I think the best way to do it is do it in bit. Yeah, you're doing quite small bits. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You have to be quite quick. And that's it.
Super speedy.
I'll put that there. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see this. Okay, stop. Oh, get that bit. Right, and then you want to pat. Stop, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you, darling. Okay, so now you want to scratch as quickly as possible in there.
Like
because if it dries, it doesn't work. So what we're going to do is, so you have to be quite quick. Go on, go for it. That's it. So it works better with these. Hi. There we go, look. Can you see? I hope you can. Austin's little hand's in the way, possibly. So there you go.
I want to do something.
Okay, you can do some.
Right move.
There you go. So, but you need to be quite quick, like I say, with if you're putting the Little Brian paint sticks on it. So you can do swirls. You can write your name.
Swirl.
The cocktail sticks and the what's it called? The kebab sticks do work the best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice writing Vincent's name. Like I say,
I'm thinking of you, Vincent.
And because it's so hot today, it's drying quicker than normal. We're right next to the conservatory, so there's a lot of heat coming off. Lovely. If you want to, and you don't want to wait for this to dry, and again, this works quite well. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Is you can just draw straight into the wet paint.
What was that?
And that works really well.
My tag.
I'm not being artistic here, I'm just kind of doing a...
It doesn't really work, it's not really scratchy.
Well, it kind of is. So it looks good, and then you can just leave that to dry. And then, that's mine, I think. So this is the one...
Mine? I made this one earlier.
That's yours, but we haven't coloured it, remember?
Oh, yeah.
You can help me with this one if you like. So that's two ways. So you've got your crayons or the Little Brian paint sticks and then covered with Little Brian paint stick. But you have to do that quickly. You could cover it with crayon or Little Brian paint sticks and then just put paint over the top, or the paint and washing up mixture. And that works really well. It's really vivid. Oh, I've had my scratching stick taken. And then this one has been dried. Oh, Joanne says, oh, hi. Hannah, I always think your wooden joy letters, but I know it's all wrong. My wooden joy letters always look the wrong way round. It does say joy, honestly. I don't know how to turn the video round. I haven't worked it out. Oh, Austin, excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do this. So,
Austin, to see what...
Yeah, don't touch it, because if we lose everybody, they'll be a little bit sad. Okay, so this is the scratch art that I did with the paint, poster paint, and the washing up liquid. And it works really well. It's not as vivid, as you can see.
Oh, that's
I'll put them next to each other. It's not quite as vivid as using it with the wet paint, but it is if you've got little ones, this is probably a better way to go. So, and also, if I could borrow that, darling. There we go. And it is very satisfying, especially if you as an adult maybe prepare it for your kids as a nice surprise. They won't expect it. But the preparation is pretty cool too. Austin, darling, I hope that people can't see because of your head, lovely. Oh dear. So there you go. It's a really easy craft to do. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it. Let me know which one you try. We'd love to know what you think. And I will post this everywhere, and I will write up the notes in the comments as well, just so in case you can't remember. But hopefully, oh, lovely. Do you want to share yours?
No.
Okay. Oh, Austin, getting paint everywhere, lovely. Do you want to show yours before we go?
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
My one.
So thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you joining us on this sunny afternoon. We're going to be back next Friday afternoon with another really exciting project that I haven't tried before. And we're going to do you need to get your hammers, go on a walk or go in the garden and get some flowers. And you need some fabric. So either some like a tote bag, like a plain tote bag if you've got one, or a pillowcase or a tea towel or a t-shirt, any old fabric that you've got really that's white or cream. And we will show you how to do some fabric printing with a hammer and some flowers. It's amazing.
It's
so really,
olden day how you make the colours.
Yeah, so dyeing our clothes.
Like this, how they got the colour of this.
Yes. So I hope you like that one too. So I hope you join us.
Yeah, I loved it. So I go.
Yeah, we've had a trial run of that one already. Right, let's not be a camera hog.
It may be a bit
there we go.
as well.
And hopefully next time Austin will have a t-shirt on as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a lovely bank holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Goodbye, Vincent. Bye, peeps. Bye, peeps.